Hi guys, TinaGale here, and I'm back with another layout that I'm doing for my vacation to Texas. And so it's not going to be an entire album, but there's several pages that I'm doing. So I've done several double pages, and now I'm going to go back to a single page and also just one photo. And if you don't like pages with one photo, I apologize. Well, no, I don't apologize. Stay with me. You can put as many photos as you want if you want to kind of duplicate what I'm doing. But I actually went to the Little Blue House while I was in Texas. I had met them in Tulsa at a Creating Keepsake convention and could not wait to get to Texas to see their store. And I don't know if somebody should take away my scrapbooking card or not, but I left and did not take a single photo of this store. And it was quite a while before I realized that. And they have since moved. So I went onto their website and went looking and finally found this photo that they had posted somewhere. And I was so thankful that they did. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. But I got just this little photo off their website, printed it. And then I found this sketch, and you can kind of see it in the top left. This is from Scrapbook Generation. And I'm not sure if this is a paid sketch or a free one. I think it was a free one they did. But I kind of started the basic design from the sketch and then just kind of did my own little thing with it. So I have this large block of paper. All of these papers came from Pink Paisley's Turn the Page. I was fortunate enough to get the entire collection from her when it was released, and I have just so enjoyed working with it. I mean, I think it's been a year, but I still have tons and tons of product. There was so much in the collection. But I love it because every one of the pages that I've done looks so different. Different color scheme, different kind of feel to the layouts and stuff. Just there's so much variety in this collection. But this paper on the background had all these fun little quotes, and there were so many that really fit the story that I wanted to tell with this layout and our trip. And so I really wanted it to be big and to be able to read some of it. And when I put my photo on, I make sure that you can see certain quotes that were really fitting and will tie into my journaling. So I have it on the back, and then I created this strip down the right hand side, and you saw me trim pieces of that dark blue paper to kind of frame the floral. I just felt like it needed a little bit to separate it from that background paper, and so that little touch of dark blue. And of course, since this was the Little Blue House, I wanted to pull out all of the blue papers that I could, just to bring in that story as well and to just make everything pop. So the photo, I definitely veered from the sketch on it. I wanted to kind of mat it and do some fun things, and so I matted it on some gold paper. But then I had this one that was kind of a chevron with the aquas and the navy blues and the golds. And so I just cut a little bit bigger mat, but I layered them to where it's not completely square around the photo. I just offset them. And then that same paper that I did the blue borders, I had it in the 6x6 pad. So I cut a mat for the photos on it. So I layered, 3 papers behind my photos, and I love how that looks. Then after I had cut that mat for my photo, I had this kind of square piece on 2 sides, and I decided to tuck it up behind my background papers, and I love that. And I did the same thing with the other sheet, that chevron paper that I had cut a mat out of. I had that little square left, and I tucked it on the bottom right. So even if you just have small bits of papers, tuck it in and make those layers behind your papers. You don't need an entire, I didn't need a 9x9 or whatever that background piece. I didn't need the full piece of paper. I just tucked it out. They're different colors. I love how it looks. So I have all of that kind of built, and now I'm going to start working on my clusters. And I had pulled out several different things that were fitting that I wanted to use. I loved the flowers, and I kind of want to incorporate those because of the beautiful flowers that were around the front of the store there. Even though they're all from the same collection, but they don't really kind of look like they're all the same. They're a little bit different. They're florals, and I'm going to play with them. I also had this little ephemera piece that has the date that I'm applying right there. And I thought about tucking it up at the top of the photo, but I really wanted it to kind of use for my journaling spot. So I just decided to turn it sideways, and I'm going to kind of create a horizontal line across the page with that, and then tuck my embellishments in. So you can see I've started with my triangle here. I'm going to put some at the bottom right photo and then behind that journal spot, and then I'm going to put a bunch of different banners up at the very top. So sorry I kind of slid that out of camera view, but hopefully I'll pull it down here in a minute. But you can see here on my wax paper, I had some other embellishments that came from like the Simple Stories collection, and I apologize, I am not positive which Simple Stories collection that is, but it's an older one. I had just pulled out some that had, this one is kind of like, it's a stitched design and it says best ever. So since this was kind of a craft store, I wanted to pull that in. It also had the aqua and then a little bit of the dark brown in there with a touch of red. So I'm just pulling around. I love that little geotag with the heart, and I mess with it quite a bit, moving it to the different spots. I didn't like it here because it creates that awkward trapped space on the white journaling card, so it's going to get moved. The little Dreams Come True label, that was from the Simple Stories collection sheet as well. And I also pulled a puffy sticker, and I don't know if I included it in the video, if I did it later, because I think I kept going back to this layout and just kept adding little embellishments. But it's a little puffy sticker of a glamping camper, and I put it down there on top of the Dreams Come True because they do actually have a little blue travel trailer, really old one, that they travel around with and do stuff. I didn't see it when I was there, but I've seen pictures of it. So I didn't know when I would ever use that glamping trailer. So I thought it was perfect kind of to pull in there, but maybe it'll show up at the end. I can't remember. So here's that geotag. I'm moving again, and it's going to end up staying over here with the flowers. I felt like I needed just a little bit more red. I'm going to end up with a red piece up at the top that you can't see because I'm out of frame, and then I have the little red heart over here on that little round sticker. So I felt like I really just needed some more red. This is where I move it up because I want to make sure that Sometimes Plan shows up. And then the rest of it says, but sometimes, I can't remember what it says. Sometimes something. We didn't plan a whole lot. We planned some, but we were just loose and just enjoying ourselves traveling. Okay, so here you can see the final layout. I've got it in frame. I ended up with just little round alpha stickers and just put little blue, and then I'm going to finish the rest with my journaling. Adding my gold and my navy color shine splatters through here. Then I'm also going to get some gold enamel dots, some bigger ones. I'm going to put those on. And I also have some yellow, it was a yellow heart enamel dot that I put in because I felt like I needed more yellow around. I have yellow on the label up above. I have yellow's flowers down that strip. But that yellow heart over on the left seemed really bright, so I felt like I needed something off to the right. So I added a little yellow enamel heart over there. And I think that might be something that I did again after I had finished filming, when I just kept going back and adding. But I put it over on the right hand side where that background piece of paper that I tucked in, just kind of overlapping it. And then I found these gold, like the foam thickers, the hearts, and I decide to add a couple of those in. So you can see I am just looking at colors that I need and just filling it in. I just felt like it was just a little bit too bare, and I had so many different layers up at the top with the banners that I don't know. I was just having fun layering up using all the different products. I'm trying to think if I do anything else before I cut off. I think that's all I did on camera. But yeah, my little glamper didn't make it on there. But that's a look at my layout. I hope you enjoy this. I will be back soon with more project videos. So have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.